to Therapeutic Gentle Yoga. This practice will be a combination of mindful movement, more of a gentle hatha and release, along with elements of yin and restorative. For the practice, I recommend the use of 2 bolsters, 2 foam blocks, a chip foam block, a wooden doweling or something that you can roll your feet out on and other parts of the body for some deep release work. And for targeted work, also a strap and a little lacrosse or tennis ball. Some of these props are going to be able to be optional, so use your own awareness, and if you have things that can make shift as other props, you're welcome to use those as well. So we'll start by coming to the top of the mat and take our wooden doweling in the middle. And rolling yourself back up, step your left foot back on an angle, placing the right foot over top of the doweling, and just go ahead and start to apply a little bit of pressure along the sole of the right foot, bringing a little bit more connection up through the legs and the lower back. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Not going too heavy, but just enough pressure to feel the sensations come through your body. Observing what you feel, breathing in the nose and out the mouth when you can. Good, and then step your right foot off your doweling. And start to shift your weight to either side. Bring the right foot back a little bit and take your left foot on the doweling. As you take your left foot on the doweling, go ahead and rock forward and back, up and down, nice and gentle, super smooth and easy. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. A couple more moments here with that left foot getting a little bit more of a roll out. And from there, go ahead and step your left foot back, take a nice turn out stance with your feet, heels in, bend your knees, and place your palms to face forward. Feel the shift of your body forward and back through your feet and from side to side. Lift the toes and spread them a bit wider, pressing down to your baby toe and your big toe mounts. And letting the other 3 toe mounts come down and claw the mat with your feet. And let the feet relax. Grip the mat with your feet, feel the arches lift a bit more. Release. Grip. Release. One more grip. And release. Bring your hands to meet at heart center. We'll take the sound of an Om to open the practice a bit more. Fantastic. From there, Reach your arms out to the sides and up overhead. Breathe in and lift up through your fingertips, bend your knees. And then interlace your hands behind your backs. Touch the heels of your hands together, lift your chest up, lift up. Exhale, reach the arms forward, round your spine. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, take the arms out and wide and behind you, interlacing your fingers and reach the arms back, lift up. Exhale, reach the arms forward and round into a little standing cat shape. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, look up. Interlace the hands behind your back, reaching the arms behind you, lift up. This time, bend your knees, hinge and fold as you come into a standing forward bend, Uttanasana. Releasing the hands down the legs into your shins. From there, inhale, find a little halfway lift. Exhaling the fold. Place your doweling now in your hands. Take your doweling behind your low back with your fingers in towards your palms. Make little knuckles, little fists with your palms and engage your arms more. Imagine you're trying to make the doweling wider and longer. Reach the shoulders on your back as you bend your knees and firm your belly in towards your low back. Inhale. Exhale, reach your arms back and away as you fold over. One more breath right into the upper back. Then take the doweling onto the low back, flip the hands the opposite way, reach the arms wide and up again, breathe into the opposite side of the shoulders. And then bend your knees again, take your doweling into the crook of your elbows, take your hands on your belly, roll yourself up one vertebra at a time. And exhale, your palms come down by your sides facing forward. Take the doweling out into the hands and take the doweling out in front of you. As you take the doweling out in front of you, take a nice stance with your feet, turn them out a little bit, bend into your knees and take your arms out. Good. From there, now take the doweling into the circle end of each hand, bending your knees, and we'll take a torso twist to the left. From there, firm your belly, roll your shoulders back over your hips, lifting up through the crown of your head and lengthening down through your tailbones. Keep that and inhale to your left. Keep your gaze forward, but your torso turns left. Exhale to center. Inhale to your right. Squeeze the dowel. Exhale, center. To the left. Center. To the right. Center. Good. Now from there, take your doweling up overhead. Lift up. Exhale, take your arms back and behind. Pull the doweling apart like you're trying to make it wider. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Forward and down. Inhale, reach forward and up. Back and down. Inhale, out and up. Forwards and down. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the arms up overhead. And start to lift the doweling a little bit up and over towards your left. Bend your knees, extend out for a modified standing side bend. Taking your hips right and torso left, breathing into the right side of your waist. Keep that as you turn your rib cage back and turn your left bottom ribs forward. Breathe into your right lung. And then take your doweling and chest forward as you exhale. Inhale to the other side, lifting out and through your waist, hips to the left, torso to the right. Breathing in. Breathe in. Inhale and exhale, come down. To the left and all the way back up the center. Fantastic. Good. From there, go ahead, take your doweling off to the side and come to the top of your mat. As you come to the top of your mat, curl over your right toes and then your left toes, just to see if anything can release from the knuckles and the metatarsals. Good. From there, take your arms out wide and inhale, look up to your hands. Exhale, bend your knees, hinging the fold forward. We'll take a spinal roll to come back up. Inhale. Exhale, gather in. Rolling up vertebra by vertebra, rib by rib, coming up to standing. Inhale, reach your arms up. Spread your fingers wide. Exhale, chin to throat, start to roll yourself down to forward. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Reach the arms up. Exhale, rolling down. Roll up. Then take your hands on your outer hips and take your stance a little bit wider once again. You can start to face the wide edge of your mat now so that we have more span for your legs to come wider than your hips width apart. From there, just start to move your hips around freely, circling into the pelvis, going around in a figure eight, getting into the hips and the lower back potentially, and noticing anything else. Just being in the moment, feeling all the movement in the body, the flowing with the breath. Good, and then from there, go ahead and find your foam blocks and stand them on their highest setting. As you now start to prepare yourself to come down into a squatting position. And then you'll rest your sit bones on top of your blocks. Great. From there, bring your arms over your thighs and your knees so that the palms face down for a sec, and then let the palms face up. Roll your wrists out in one direction. Bring some circulation in through your hands and your fingers. And then reverse directions. Interlace your hands and flip your palms away from you, rounding your spine. Push your palms forward and lengthen your tailbone forward. Wrap your ribs in. Inhale, come on up. Interlace your hands behind your backs and take that nice little back bend again. Lift your sternum, bring your shoulders, elbows down. Exhale, reach the arms out wide. Turn your palms out. Push your palms out to either side. pull your fingers back and just start to feel the sensation through that flexing of the wrists. Keep pushing up through your finger pads and now start to make little circles, little arm circles going forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go back for 10, circling around the shoulders for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From there, start to turn the fingers down. Keep the palms pushing away. Bring the arms up overhead. Touch your palms, look up. Exhale, turn the palms away, push them out wide. Let the arms up, come down past your shoulder height, down towards your thighs. Inhale, turn the palms, fingers down, palms out and up. Turn the palms away and then push the palms out and down towards your thighs again. Come on up again. Bring the palms down to meet at heart center. Take your right arm across your chest and hook your left elbow underneath. Pull your right arm back as much as you let your left arm tug out to the left. Now breathing into your right upper arm, tricep and deltoid and shoulder. Breathing in. Sighing out. Breathing all across that upper right side of the body. Really focus that targeted breath now into the back of the right shoulder. One more breath. And then carefully release that right arm. Let your palms face down, fingers draped. Just take a few breaths here to process that. Feel your feet planted and supporting you on the ground. And then take your left arm across your chest, hook your right elbow underneath. Pull your left shoulder back and your left arm out to the right and breathe into your left shoulder now. Notice if there's a difference between either side. It means you're human, so that's great if there is. And if you're symmetrical, then you're still human too. Doesn't mean that you're not human, don't get me wrong. But the beauty of seeing differences in our bodies means that we have something unique and special to our own gift. Inhale. Pull a little bit more in either direction. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Gently release and lay your arms face up, palms face up, let the energy flow through you, sitting up to the crown of the head. Relax your jaw. Then bring your left ear to your left shoulder, feeling the right side of your neck get a little bit longer. Keeping your arms where they are to keep stable. Or taking the left hand softly on the right side of the head, increasing that direction of release for the right side of your neck. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take your left hand back to your left thigh and leg and roll your chin down towards your throat. And bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Slackening the jaw and the face. If you would like to take your right hand outside the left side of your head, go ahead and feel free to do that. One more breath like that. Good. Release your right hand down to your thigh. Roll your chin down towards your throat. And then from there, take your hands and interlace your hands in front of you with the thumbs free. Take your hands behind your head nice and firm. Let the thumbs come to either side of your neck and throat. Lean your head back into your hands, and then take the elbows a little bit up as well. And then pull the hands up actively, but push your head back into your hands and jut your chin to your throat, breathing into the nape of your neck. And then let your hands slide back up overhead, down your face. Let your hands rest onto your knees. Take a little release in the front of the throat here while we're at it. Take the lower lip up to the nose and tip your head back into either side once you do so. Inhaling as well. Rolling either shoulder back. Going to the other side. And releasing back. And let your head come back to neutral. Take a few yawns with your face and let your tongue stretch out. And then slide your tongue around your gums, upper and lower, a few times in one direction. And then the other way. Good. And then from there, we'll we'll start to take our hands behind us and take our blocks off to the side so our bum can come onto the floor. Good. Once you arrive there, you can start to direct your body so it's facing front and back, from the short edge toward the short edge of the mat. You can take your chip foam blocks to either side, or your foam block, sorry. Take your chip foam block now and place it underneath your sitting bones. From there, cross your ankles, or find another position with a leg sent out, or one leg flat, or both legs flat. Finding something that is working for your body and your own skeletal variation. Okay. From here, take your hands onto your knees and inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, round your spine, gather your ribs and abdominals in. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out. Once more, breathe in and lift up. And out. Good, we'll start to circle our torso to the right and forward, and to the left and up, so coming into our little Sufi circles, going right, down to the left and up. And go the other way. Once more. Good, now from there, slide off of your chip foam block, taking it off to the side. Our next little exploration here will require us to come to our hands and our knees and have our wooden doweling with us. From there, you'll start to take your toes into a toe squat and bring the doweling between the knees. One of my go-to release exercises. With your toes tucked and the doweling between your legs, you can start to sit down into the doweling, and also place a block in between your bum and heels and bring your hands down on the ground to help it be softer in the body. That's available too as well. From there, take your hands on either side of the doweling and start to rock from side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, lift up a little bit. Pull your doweling down to a different area of the calf region and start to apply that pressure as well. Go down a little bit further. Got one more little place after that on the calves. Excellent, and finding your last little point of focus. Really feeling the stretch happening, the release happening to the feet, to the calves. Awesome, and then take the doweling off to the side. Take your chip foam block near you at the front of the mat and come forward onto your hands and your knees. Tap the tops of your feet out. take your right leg back, tucking the toes, sliding the leg back, push off the toes and lengthen out to the crown of your head. And switch, take the left leg back. Another breath here. Great, and bring yourself back to your hands and your knees. Take your hands and face your fingers towards your knees to stretch out through your wrists and your forearms. Okay. And be very mindful that if it's too much on the hands and the wrists, you don't have to have the hands fully reversed. They can be facing the wide edge of the mat, or they can be elevated by blocks, or just take a pass on the wrist release. Otherwise, from there, start to lean your weight back more into your finger pads, lifting the heels off the ground and bringing your sit bones more towards your heels, and breathing into the sensations that come up for you. Release one hand, shaking out that wrist, and then the other hand, shaking out that wrist. Good. Take the tops of your hands down to the palm space up towards you now, just for 5, 4, 3, 2, for 1, and then carefully release and shake out the wrist once more, letting the blood flow through the fingertips. Fantastic. From there, walk your hands forward in front of your shoulders and reach your hips back, the toes tucked, coming into mounting heart position. Extended puppy. You can place a forearm or a block beneath your forehead to make this a little bit more accessible, or keeping yourself as you are here. So we're going to start to come into some more yin-based posture work here, some longer held shapes to help awaken and bring more depth into the fascial tissues. Coming out whenever you need to, resting in child's pose, shavasana, seated meditation, or anything that feels neutralizing to your body. Inhale, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, carefully pressing into the palms to find a cat-shaped flexion in the back. From there, come back to neutral. From there, you can start to find your way into a child's position, watching the knees in case if you need to lengthen the legs out a bit more, please go for that. Then grabbing your bolster and placing your bolster between your thighs and resting your chest forward and down. You can use one bolster, you can take two bolsters if you have them available. And you can turn one cheek down, or the other cheek down, or keep your chin there. If you have a foam block and you want to add a foam block underneath your forehead, you can always have your block on its high setting, tip it on an angle so it hits towards your forehead, and it can lean against the bolster as well. It's kind of getting a little bit more creative. We'll be here for just about a minute or so, not super long, but just in a way to neutralize from that back bend. Walk your hands back underneath you. From there, we'll start to find our way with that same bolster. Shift your weight onto your right hip. Take the bolster on its side, so it's a little bit higher, and we'll take the space of the right armpit and side body and crush it, and bring some support into our breathing muscles. And take one of your foam blocks on its highest setting so you can rest the right side of your face on top. And then coming down and finding your way into the supported side bend. You can let your legs be long. You can scissor your legs if you want a little bit more of a kind of a twist feeling with that left leg in line at the left hip, and the right leg can be straight behind you. Play around and see if you want your legs in certain directions or more neutral. The left arm might reach up for a little release. Maybe up over the left ear, coming towards the floor, or staying more on the left hip. So just see what works for you. We'll be here for a shorter period of time, but enough to get cozy and to breathe deeply. breath here into that right side. Carefully, if the left leg is out of line off the mat, maybe slide the legs back together. Bend your knees. Place your left hand down to press up from your bolster. And just take the bolster to the opposite end of the mat, along with your block, and finding second side. And again, you can straighten the left leg out. You take the right leg off into the front, kind of like a scissor kick, if you wish. And resting the left side of your face and head on your block, positioning it as you need. And breathing in. And breathing out. Letting the rib cage expand into the bolster to bring your breath into the ribs. Last couple breaths here. Begin to bend your right knee, stacking your legs. Now stay on to your back. Use your hands and lift yourself up enough to crush that bolster now with your upper back and the base of your shoulders. Bring your arms in line to a T shape, resting the back of your head and skull on that elevated block still. And then once you go there, if you have a second bolster in your props, you can take a second bolster on its height, second height and edge, and crush your with the knees over top and coming into little rest for now. We'll be here for a few minutes. Breathing in and breathing out. If you have an eye cover and you want to add the eye cover for the duration while you're in this shape, go ahead and add that as well over the forehead. Noticing your heartbeat, the rhythm of your breath. It's okay to soften and to release. You are safe, you are protected, you are held here in space. One more breath here. Sighing it out. Bend your knees and place your feet down on your mat to support the rest of your body. Take your hand behind your head and bring your eye cover off to the side. Now with the head supported on the hand, you can take your block off to the side for a moment, rolling over to your left side. Place your palms down and take the bolster that's underneath your upper back off to the side, rolling onto your back now, and hug your knees into your chest for a few breaths. Let your knees come a little bit separate. Cup your hand on either kneecap. Let your knees very softly take big circles going outward to inward. And then reverse direction. From there, you can take your bolster a little bit more forward as you extend the left leg over top and take your right knee in towards your chest for knee to chest pose, Apanasana. The right thigh may come a little bit out to the right and up more to the armpit, so it's not directly in line with the hip. Try to keep your lower back and your shoulders stabilized if you do bring your right knee out wider and up towards your armpit. Breathing here. and sighing out. Good, and then from there, find your strap or a belt or anything that can be used to come over top of the ball, the right foot, and you can bring your leg up to the ceiling. Once you have that, take the strap or equivalent structure around the foot and take your hands on either side and start to find that right leg extending up to the ceiling. Feeling your right femur bone traction down and towards the pelvis. Now your arms can be out wide and on the ground, or the hands might come up a little bit more actively, a little bit wider on either side as well. Once you're up there, you might choose to circle that right leg around in one direction, bringing more sensation across the back of the leg and even around the hip crease. So just taking a moment to find some gentle sensations, or maybe stay still the entire time. And just asking yourself what you feel in the moment. Being honest with yourself. Knowing it's okay, whatever you feel is unique to you, both physically and non-physically. And take the strap in the right hand, bring the right elbow to the inside of the right knee. Place your left shin, knee, and foot on the bolster physically, and then finding half happy baby, kicking the right heel up into the ceiling and pulling the right hand down on the strap and breathing deeply into your right adductor, groin, inner thigh region. Keep your shoulders on the mat at all times and your low back sacrum as well. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, bring your right leg back up to center, up to the ceiling. Now take your strap in your left hand, extend your left leg straight again so it's on the floor. Pick your hips up to the right and bring your right arm into a cactus shape as you start to bring your right leg over center to the left for a deeper twist. So we're in a reclined big toe posture. Supta Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Good. Breathe in. Let your belly draw in more to the right as you breathe out. Push your right foot into the strap as your left hand pulls back into the right foot. Breathe in again. And then carefully using the help of the left hand, inhale, bend the right knee back to center. And then lift your sacrum back to neutral, reaching your right leg up. And then switch sides, taking your left foot into the strap, and the right leg back out in front of you. And then hug the left knee to the chest for that knee to chest pose first, but you keep your strap with you. Try to keep an even weight distribution between the upper and lower half of the body. Breathing into your left hip and thigh. There, extend your left leg up to the ceiling and find your way into that left leg nice and straight up, that left hamstring getting nice and long. Kick up actively through your heel and extend out to the right leg as well. And breathing in, breathing out. Start to circle that left leg around in very loose, organic directions. Seeing around the hamstrings and the calves what comes up for you. And then from there, take your right shin and foot and knee on the bolster for support. Take your strap in the left hand, left elbow inside of that left knee, thigh. Flex your left sole of your foot up to the ceiling, keeping your right arm into a bit more of a cactus shape, and breathing into your left thigh. Relaxing your jaw. here. Straighten the right leg out. Bring the left leg up towards the ceiling again. Take the right hand in the strap and bring your left arm out to the line of the shoulder. Pick up your hips to the left and breathe in. Exhale, let the left leg come all the way to the right if you like. And then pushing that strap into the right hand and left foot, working against each other. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Start by bending the left knee as you inhale to come out. Rolling onto your low back. Bend your right knee, foot down, neutralize your spine, and bring both of your legs now up towards the strap. And very mindfully here, that strap is going to be staying around the balls of the feet, and then start to take the strap around the back of your skull, around just above the ear, the tips of your ears, at the base of the occipital ridge, and then take a foam block underneath your head, coming into a very nice and deep release to the back of the neck. And if this doesn't feel right, then stop it and don't do it at all. And if it's okay for you, let the strap do the job, and breathing into your neck. Letting go of all tension in the jaw. Breathe into the neck and the back of the head. One more breath like that. Bend your knees, let your head rest on your block. Take the strap away from the head. Take the strap away from the feet. Take your head behind your head, hand behind the head, rolling the head back down to your mat and placing your feet down. Good. From there, keeping your feet into your bolster, we'll find just a few spinal bridges, lifting up and lifting down. Bring your palms down by your sides with the arms wide, pressing feet into the bolster. Inhale, lift your hips, tailbone first. Exhale, roll down, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, roll the pelvis forward. Exhale, flatten the pelvis, lifting up. And rolling down. Inhale, roll forward. Last time, exhale, flatten your spine, press the feet down, lift up. Exhale, roll down. Fantastic. One last little thing before we take our final place of rest in Shavasana. We'll take our massage ball of choice, shift our weight to the left hip, and take the ball underneath the right hip and glute. You can now use your right knee out to the side on your bolster. Use your left foot on the bolster to help you press up, and just start to let that massage tool that you've chosen to roll around your right hip and glute region. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing into whatever is coming up and letting that soften around the ball. One more moment there. Then place your right foot down, switching sides. You can take your left knee out. Use your right foot flat to help stabilize and maneuver around the movement in the left glute region. Inhale. Exhale. One more moment here. Release your glute from the ball. Take your feet together and knees wide into a elevated butterfly for a few breaths. Bring your hands on your belly and breathe in and out. hug your knees into your chest one more time, and even lift your chin to your throat if you like. Roll over to your right side. Briefly press yourself up. And what we need are bolsters and blocks for our Shavasana here. You'll take your 2 foam blocks at the front of your mat, standing them up on their highest setting, and then making them as wide as the base of a chip foam block to place underneath. Once you do that, you can now start to add an additional chip foam block on top for a little bit extra height if you have it, but it's fine if you only have one. Then take your first bolster over top of that. Try to find the right center of gravity so it doesn't tip everything over. And then your second bolster will go over top, and you can keep one hand on top. So this way you have the ability to bring yourself all the way towards the props. Use your left forearm on the ground to hike your right leg up, and then your left leg up. And come down to your other forearm. Okay, and then you can press down through your legs to help bring your bum closer without tipping your props over. And once you get as far as you can, slide the elbows forward, rolling your spine down. Let your legs be nice and elevated. And then bring your eye pillow over top of your forehead. You can always just use a rolled blanket or use one bolster instead of all the bolsters and props that I have. Otherwise, if you do have the equipment, go ahead and use it. And we'll settle into final Shavasana rest. Take one more deep breath in. Letting it all go. starting to deepen your breath. Keeping the eyes softly closed, release the eye cover if you have one. You can inch your body backwards and let your props start to tip forward towards you. So that way they come down a little bit softer. And just take another breath in. And out. Inhale. And exhale. Bending the knees and placing the feet down. Lift your hips over to the left and take a breath on your side in fetal position. Using your right hand and then your left hand to come up to your seated position. Collecting one of your bolsters to sit up top in a comfortable position that works for your body's alignment and skeletal variation. Lengthening out through the crown of your head, tipping your pelvis forward and feeling the low back in, the upper back going out. Slight tuck of the chin into the throat and the back of the neck a little bit more curved in, replicating the natural curves of our spine. Then bring your palms over top of each other, over the heart center, breathing in. And out. Keeping the face relaxed, and jaw unclenched. And just finding that appreciation of self-love and giving to yourself the medicine of movement and breath and stillness and everything in between. We'll take the sound of Om once to close practice. Thanking yourself for your practice, bow your chin to your heart.